Yo, 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 what's going on? What's going on, good people? It's your boy, Dr. J, man. Welcome to the Correct Change Show. You know what I'm saying? You know how we get down here, man. We leave it all on the table. We ain't gonna cheat you to beat you or shortchange you, man. Um, Hope everybody woke up winning and not whining. Man, let's get straight to it, man. Let's talk about it. The topic of the day. Uh, is the knife sharp or was it dull? I'm talking Shannon Sharp, people. I'm talking Shannon Sharp. Let's go. So everybody's aware of what's going on in the situation, man. Shannon Sharp is being sued for $50 million. His $50 million lawsuit is based off of sexual misconduct / rape allegations. I'm gonna go ahead and just let y'all know right now, man. I don't believe it. I don't believe it for 1 minute, and I could be wrong. Unfortunately, I was wrong about Jonathan Majors. So I may be wrong about this, but I'm gonna stand on it and say I don't believe it. For everybody out there that's talking about the $10 million that he initially offered her, man, look, you can't put a price tag on a peace of mind. You just can't do it. You just can't do it. That $10 million would to him, it's nothing, man. Look, take this gone about your business. I don't even want to be bothered with you no more. Y'all know the saying, man. You don't pay him for the act. You pay him to leave. You pay him to leave. This is an expensive price tag that he offered her for her to just go. And it's okay. That doesn't mean that he's guilty. A lot of people sell out of court because it's like, hey, man, it's taking up too much time. I got too much other things going on in my life right now. This is something very minute to me. Let me give you this, go on about your business, man. And, that's it. Unfortunately, that's not enough for her. She may be doing this for clout. She may want the night. I don't think that she's sitting on enough money to just turn down $10 million. Yeah. I don't think she's being raped because here are my thoughts about this rape thing. When a woman feels that she has been sexually harassed in any shape, form, or fashion, she immediately wants your head. Now, if a woman is saying rape, they want you in jail. Have we not learned nothing from the Olympic situation or it's not the Olympics, was it? It was the gymnastics situation where all the women came out. These were little girls from back in the day. All these women came out and they wanted this guy's head. They wanted him incarcerated, locked up. 20 years later, they're brave enough and strong enough. These women have families. They have husbands, kids. They've really, one would like to think, why now? Well, one person said, why not now? For whatever the reason. Let me spare some more women, young women that could be possibly going through what I'm going through. Let's get them off the streets. Wasn't worried about a lawsuit. They wanted them off the streets. This woman is not seeking to have him locked up, but yet she's screaming rape. It doesn't add up to me. I hope it doesn't add up to y'all. Let's take it for what it is. She wants more because he has more. She wants more because he has more. I want half of this $100 million deal that you probably just got. Why? Why? You're not the wife. You're not the mother of his kids. You wasn't with him shooting in the gym. We understand the terminology. Why do you need $50 million? You know what I'm saying? If you're so distraught and emotionally distraught and mentally distraught, why is this not a litigation situation? I mean, why is this not a judicial situation? You know what I'm saying? Why is Shannon Sharpe not being incarcerated right now? Why? Why? Why is he not being detained? Why this? Because this isn't that. We've seen what that does. Look at Diddy. Look at R. Kelly. Look at Bill Cosby. We see what that does when it's more personal than business. This is business. This is business. Um, Shannon, the show is called Sharp or Dull. I'm gonna attack both of them. Let's start with the fact that you're sharp enough to do control damage. Not saying that you're lying, but you did control damage when you released a video yesterday, basically saying on the video that you wasn't going to hide from the people. You was basically playing their cards before they played them. Brilliant. I think I'm the best thing that ever happened to Spades. I understand the move. You played the game. You played it well. But for that, I tell you that you're sharp. I tell you that you're sharp because you understand that there's a sex video out there that you said because it's possibly 10 minutes long. I think you said that the video was edited for like maybe down to 3 minutes, which I understand that, hey, Pound Town, slut them out, beat it up. If you edit a video, even with the thought of it being consensual sex, if you edit it down to the 3 minutes where the guy is just, for lack of a better word, y'all understand the terminology, slutting her out, it may sound like it's extra aggressive and that he's handling this woman in a way that she doesn't prefer. Okay. So you have already attacked that and told them and told us that that's probably what they've done. I believe you. I truly believe you. Again, I think this is an attack on your character. I don't see that in you. And I hope, and I really, really hope this ain't you. Or I'm gonna have to come back and do another video. I am. And I'm gonna get you. I'm gonna get you. I'm gonna get you because you fooled me and you're almost fooling some of the people. Here's the thing. Have we not learned from Joy Taylor? Joy Taylor has to probably be one of the most smartest people of this decade. Why? Because hashtag no comment. If you got me, come get me. But when you come get me, make sure that you got what you need to come get me. Or I'm going to have to see you. That was basically her mentality. Paraphrasing, not her words exactly, but paraphrasing. That was her mentality. That was her walk into this conversation, into that whole ordeal. And it went away. It went away. That's typically what you do when you hold all the cards. When, whether it's true or not, you hold all the cards. Dull. Your dull moment. The dullness in this. Yeah, it's not too sharp. This was dull. You did all the screenshots. We read them. Hey, I get it. I understand now why you was messing with her. I get it. Okay. Very, 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 very provocative. And I like that you put that out there. I really do. But you had to know when you put that out there that she had a card to play too. And she played it immediately after that. Now we got to figure out what's next. If I was you, I wouldn't say anything else. Because if you even think that she has anything else, know that she's ready to play this card. Should you give her the 50 million? I don't know. I'm not going to never tell you to, sell your integrity and your morality in this situation. I won't. What I will say is that if 40 million more gives you a peace of mind, so be it. Before she take down everything that you build, endorsements, shows, contracts with Sports Center, ESPN, and it's all just taken away. Um, if not, if not, let the cards play out. She said she played the video. Pretty sure everybody heard it. The video says that he would choke the shit out you. Okay. People, I want you to understand this. Why Jay does not condone domestic violence. That's not the same thing as what he's being accused of. She wants $50 million for sex allegations. She doesn't want $50 million because he said that he would choke her. That's domestic. You may not approve of what I'm saying or may not approve of how I'm saying it, but I'm not here for your approval. I'm here for the facts. Them are two totally different charges. Them are totally different charges. Let's stick to the facts at hand. He said he was going to choke her. Look, that's not the first time he's probably said that to a woman. That's probably not the first time that somebody has said that to her. I'm almost positive on both sides. You know, people say things and women more so than men say things in the midst of their feelings of a heated argument that they don't mean at all. You know, don't mean at all. I'm pretty sure if this man was very, 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 if he was a rapist, if he was a very domestic person, this would be a judicial situation. Without a shadow of a doubt, this would be a judicial situation. She didn't sound like she was scared. She sounded like she baited him in, and she wasn't expecting him to say that, but he said that. And as you're listening to this conversation, there was a brief pause for all of, let's just say 30 plus seconds where he was really thinking about what he wanted to say and maybe what he had just said. You can tell that he thought that they were better than that. He said, I'm not going to hang up on you. Does that sound like a person that is like just a monster? You know what I'm saying? Like, he knows what's going on. He's like, nah, you know what? I hear you out. I hear you out. Let's talk about it. I hear you out. She got under his skin. He's probably asked her not to use these words before. Trigger words, we all have them. He's probably asked her not to use these words before. And in the midst of them already going through an argument, man, you're gonna make me choke this shit out you. You know, look, let's just be grown here. We've all been in relationships where we've been frustrated enough to say some things like that. You know what I'm saying? To one another. Saying it and doing it is two totally different things. I'm gonna leave you. I'm gonna take the kids. You ain't shit. I'm gonna slap the shit out you. I'm gonna scratch your tire. I'm gonna break your PlayStation. I'm gonna come on, man. Come on, let's be grown. We live in the world. Look, we ain't got time to be extra sensitive. Let's just be for real and think about your situation before you start judging another situation and ask yourself, have you been told these things? Have you said these things before in the midst of you being mad enough? Because this is what it's all about. This is what this is all about. Just being mad and having feelings about a situation. That woman didn't sound like she was scared at all. Look, if you've never been around somebody, if you've never watched anything on Lifetime, anything, a report or interview about somebody that has either been raped or been in a domestic situation, they don't sound like how that woman sound. They do not sound how that woman sound when he said, I would choke this. She didn't. She was completely shocked that he said that. I'm going to go so far as to say that I believe that she was completely shocked when he said that. It then ran with it. She was not prepared for him to say that. Yeah. So let's assess every detail of this very carefully. Let's watch the facts. Let's watch emotions. Emotions won't lie. Let's watch feelings. Feelings probably won't lie in this situation. But what we know won't lie is the facts. They won't lie. The facts can't lie. They're the facts for a reason. Let's not ignore them. Shannon, you did like most men do. You did like most people do. Here's your dull moment. Here's another dull moment. Not too sharp. Dull. Warning comes before destruction. It's inevitable. It's inevitable. Monique was on your show, the comedian, and she looked you in the eye and she told you, leave them young girls alone. Get you a grown woman. The woman in question is not a minor. It's not even, let me get that straight. She's not a minor. But she's young enough to probably be your daughter. Still not illegal. Her mind, mentality. Mm, mm. You know, she's still ratchet. She's still in her ratchet stage. Got to say what it is, people. You know, for a few of us out there, for a handful of us that are very mature at their age, you know, still, you know, living a sound mind, you know, life with, not being reckless, not being, not just, being your age. I commend you for that. But for a lot of us, we did a lot of reckless shit at that age. We made a lot of ratchet, women made a lot of ratchet decisions, thoughtful, decisions. And when I say thoughtful, thoughtful decisions in life. So with that type of age comes that type of mentality. You can't, you can't reap the rewards without, regretting some of them. Yes, she will probably, he or she. Let's just keep it a bug. I'm talking, for men that's dating younger women, for women dating younger men, and vice versa, older or whatnot like that. Sometimes too young and too old, you know, it, has severe consequences. You weigh them out. The consequences of dealing with somebody too old, the consequences of dealing with somebody too young. You weigh them out, and they're always there. They ain't going nowhere. They're the same. Talk to people that have done it. They're the same. So what you got was a young opportunist. Why she was great in bed, freaky. Lord knows she was freaky. We saw that. We saw that in the screenshots of the text message. She get down. And made you probably feel, I guess younger, good about yourself, a little bit more life, a little bit more vibrant. She got energy. She, outgoing. Probably, was, I don't know, this maybe at a point in time, just great companionship. It's it's the America's number one drug is not, or has never been, crack cocaine, in my opinion, coke, fentanyl, meth, weed, blow, X, you name it. It's companionship. I've seen people do some things, Steal, kill, and destroy for the same for companionship. Because people don't want to be alone, and people want who they want. So this is that same situation. This is that same situation. Like, companionship is something a little bit that we all tend to long for, and we accept certain things to get it. We'll do anything to keep it. I get it. I get it. You're having young women problems right now, man. She opportunists. You know what I'm saying? Like, like laughing with somebody and enjoying moments with them is not what love is built off of. It's not what understanding is built off of, man. Those come through trials and tribulations. Just, I'm pretty sure you'll probably hurt. You probably spent a good bag with her and on her, and companionship was fun. It was exciting. Sex was great, nasty, whatever you wanted. It was, but that didn't mean she loved you. In fact, being in love won't necessarily save you from the situation that you're going through right now. But it does minimize how much and when and where things like this could possibly happen in your life. This woman decided, for whatever reason, one argument that we don't know about, that she wanted to ruin you. And before this went public, it was private. Something happened that allowed her to go public with this. Something happened. And I ain't saying it took a lot. Because again, when you start preparing to do, to attack somebody, to wrong somebody, I look, Jay has this feeling, y'all. Jay has this feeling. I've always had this feeling, man. It takes a competent person to be rude. It takes a lot of energy and effort for you to be rude and mean and hateful to somebody, because it's just too easy to be nice. So when you decide to do that, you're putting forth a little bit more energy. This woman prepared to destroy you in the background. And here's the thing, all when you was having the most fun with her. Because when there's a plan in place for a woman, or a plan in place, especially for a woman, because women typically don't get distracted from their plan. They typically don't. But when there's a plan in place to hurt somebody physically, financially, mentally, emotionally, spiritually, you name them all, it's always happening unexpectedly, right up under your nose. This woman screenshotted, recorded y'all having sex, all while the idea of sitting down in 5-star restaurants, villas, 5-star hotels, sitting courtside, 50-yard line shit, all while doing this, smiling at photo ops, all while doing this. Selfies, everything else that y'all did together, booed up type shit, all with the idea that I'm going to destroy you. Whenever I can, whenever I want to, I'm going to be protected. Because that's what it's always about. It's about the protection. It's about the peace that you create for yourself, because nobody's looking to do that together anymore. Everybody, sad to say, everybody has their all ulterior motive. Let's just keep it above. Shannon probably had his too, more than likely. With that being said, was she ever going to be his wife? Was she ever going to be the mother of his child? All these are probably not strong, probably not. I'm gonna get what I can get out of it, but I'm gonna make it worth your time, and we can just have a good time. Um, yeah, warning comes before destruction. Um, and that was it. We have to do a better job, people, of picking people that will be our significant others or people that we just want to play and have fun with. You know, my youngest son recently was playing outside with his friends. And while they were playing their game, a person, the rules were established of the game, or and it was like, this is what, before we play, this is what has to, these are the conditions that I'm willing to play under. Everybody said cool. Everybody had their rules and stuff that they, okay, cool. Somebody violated those conditions. My son walked off and said, hey, we said we weren't doing that. In fact, I said I wasn't doing it. Everybody agreed to it. I'm done playing. He didn't allow, even at his age, he didn't ignore the signs. So what they know now is that when they get ready to play this particular game, A, we're either going to respect the conditions that he has set aside for it, or B, we're just not going to play with him. People, I think that's what this boils down to. Decide who you want to play with, dictate the rules of engagement, and decide. Make careful decisions. Cause I'm pretty sure but here's the thing about with this, even with this situation with Shannon Sharpe, there was something that this woman had done. He may have been blindsided by the hips, the ass, the tits, the way she was loving them, sexing them, whatever. But there was something that she had done, and probably and more than likely, more than once, that he told her, I don't want you doing. And she decided that I'm going to do it anyway, for whatever the reason. And he let it slide. He didn't put his foot down. And so, therefore, she couldn't take it seriously. And you continue to date her. Now, while you're doing this, now she's collecting things because you didn't get her out of your space. You didn't make her feel like, hey, don't do this. You've probably asked her not to have her phone out so much around you. Yeah. It could just be that simple. Say that we live in a world where you have to, text more than talk for these reasons right here. Because audio will kill you. But we all know that, when you really want to express yourself to somebody, that you really want to do the audio. Because how many times have we said or misread a text, or didn't get what we should have got out of that text emotionally? For example, the simple I love you sounds so much better in audio. I know it does. It's, especially when it's coming from the person who you love and that you want to hear it from. But if you get it in a text, it'll do. It'll do. It will. But we live in a world right now where we don't even know if it's safe to say, I love you in audio. Versus text. Matter of fact, say I love you more in audio than in text. Find a way to, because Um, it man, I just look. I wish I can give y'all some type of strategic way to avoid things like this happening in your life. Be careful when you text, what type of text, when you talk, who's around listening when you talk. Man, look, unless you're riding solo, you're supposed to be protected by your partner. Other than that, you have to protect yourself. So there is no easy way to do this. The only way to do is to make sure that you're sharp, not dull. This isn't a shot at Shannon Sharp. This is a reality check of understanding what it is. What it is to be sharp or dull in your dealings with people, and what you can expect from it either way. I want you to I want you to really think about it, people. I enjoyed talking to y'all today, man. Thanks for tuning in. It's the Correct Change Show, man. You know how we get it down. It's all on the table. Um, Another thing, um, don't ever ignore deal breakers once you have set the rules of engagement, people. Do not ignore them. Things, those are things that can't be ignored, because if you ignore them, they get worse. Hey, man, it's been real talking to y'all, man. Hope y'all enjoyed my take on this joint right here. Come back and holler at your boy. It's the Correct Change Show, and we going to keep it on the table, man. One.